Welcome to another live stream Watchalong reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Inter Miami CF versus Orlando City SC Leagues Cup 2025 semifinal. The first of two semifinals that will be live for both tonight. Miami, Messi is playing. Miami hosting. Jordi Alba is playing. All the big guns are out to play. Yes, they are. Okay. All the big guns are out to play tonight for Miami. Orlando has owned them throughout the season. Should be an interesting run, I should say. Should be interesting. But we are ready to go. Our first of two semifinals. The winner of this match will go on and face the winner of LA Galaxy Seattle Sounders, which will also be live for and review at the end of it. If Seattle wins, they host anybody because they're the number one seed of this whole Leagues Cup thing when it comes to actually playing out the season. On the MLS table, they were the number one seed, number one overall seed at points. So they get to host the final if they host, or the third place match, whatever they play, they would get to host. Now, I'm not sure if Seattle loses when it comes to the final. Will it be based on rank or will it be based on their finishing when it comes to the tournament? If that's the case, I think Miami's ranked above LA Galaxy anyway, whether it comes to Leagues Cup ranking or the seeding ranking. So if Miami won this game and LA won, Miami would host the final. Unless there's another bullshit rule that it's like, well, MLS Cup champions host the final if they make it or something like that. Orlando would be the same because they finished above LA Galaxy on the table. But if you go by season rankings of last year, I think Galaxy would host. So point is, Seattle, if they win or lose, wherever Seattle goes, they host that game. Miami wins, but Seattle wins, Miami goes to Seattle. Orlando wins, but Seattle wins. Seattle goes, or Orlando goes to Seattle. Galaxy wins, then chaos ensues. Starting 11s are as follows. Well, before that, Inter Miami CF contra Orlando City SC en la Leagues Cup semifinales. Partido 1. Starting 11s for Inter Miami. We have Oscar Ustari. The back four of Ian Fry, Maxi Falcon, Gonzalo Lujan, Jordi Alba. The midfield four of Baltasar Rodriguez. We have Sergio Busquets, Yannick Bright, Rodrigo De Paul. Up top, we have Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi. No Allende or Segovia, which is something. Orlando, Pedro Gallese in goal, the hero of the quarterfinal. The midfield, or the back four, Alex Freeman, Rodrigo Schlegel, Robin Janssen, David Brecolo. Yes, midfield four, Ivan Angulo, Cesar Araujo, Eduardo Atuesta, Marco Pasalic, and up top, Luis Muriel, Martin Ojeda, who we have up top. So, we will soon begin. While we're at it, let's bring up the CONCACAF scores for this midweek or this Wednesday that we're not covering because of these games. There we go. There we go. Central American Cup. Speaking of, we need the table for that. Standings. Let's look at Caribbean Cup first. Oh, live games. Okay. 0-0, 24th minute between Mocha and Mount Pleasant. The two group games that are being played as we speak. Alajuelense drawing Antigua 0-0. Plaza Amador drawing Alianza 0-0. Which that would mean for Group B, I presume. How we doing, Dillon? I think that's Group A or B. Yeah, a little bit late. Plaza Amador, top of the group, 10 points. Alajuelense with 7 points. A draw would put them through. As long as Alianza doesn't beat Amador. Now, thanks to Alajuelense beating Alianza last week. Alajuelense, as we speak, would advance with the results that are going through in Group A. We'll pay attention to the Group D finish as well once that comes around. So we'll keep an eye on that. Also, a 0-0 draw between Mocha and Mount Pleasant as we speak. So we'll keep an eye on those scores. The other games tonight, Esteli Aguila, Olympia Shelahu, we'll keep an eye on that. And that should be over by the time the second match is over. What a phenomenal reference. I love it. With that being said, we focus on the Leagues Cup, but we'll keep an eye on these scores on CONCACAF. For the other CONCACAF games. As well as tomorrow, we'll have a Central American Cup, a Caribbean Cup game, and Central American Cup game we cover tomorrow. I thought he said he was retiring. He's been signed there. Oh, the USA Olympic jersey has the 3 slanted letters. The classic USA jersey, okay. Trying to figure out where I saw that, but yeah, Miami is the higher ranked team over everybody but Seattle. So as long as Seattle loses, yeah. Yeah, Chanot did retire. Zivin and Twelman for MLS Season Pass. Damn. Yep. Head injury. That's sad. Like, the head injury just makes it even worse. Like, dude was, what, signed at 16, his first club, 19 years of football, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 years old, which isn't too young. Ustadi, Alba, Falcon, Lujan, Fry, Busquets, Bright. Rodriguez, Messi, DePaul. Luis Suarez up top. Only 5. Please don't tell me they only have 5 subs. No, they have more than that. It was just the roll up. Okay. Tyrese Spicer is on the bench for Orlando City, by the way. Gaese. Brekalo, Jansen, Schlegel, Freeman. Araujo, Atuesta. Angulo, Ojeda, Pasalic. And up top, Muriel, Luis Muriel. Yeah. I mean, Chanot, 35 ain't too young to retire, but it being a head injury just makes it worse. As in, it's sad to see. If he went out on his own, it'd be like, okay. As in, he had his own. Lionel Messi, the player to watch for Miami, he went out on his own terms and retired that way. It's different. Head injury making you retire even at 35 sucks, especially what it can do later in his life. I pray that he stays healthy. I pray that he doesn't get dementia or anything too long-term from this head injury. Luis Muriel, the player to watch for Orlando. I hope the worst it does to him is make him retire. But the fact that it made him retire, that's not a good sign. I'm not a doctor, but that's not a good sign. Game will start very soon. The first. Balls on Tani Luashe going to Spain. It's a good move. I think him going to Villarreal is a good level for him. There's multiple Canadians at that team, so he'll have a group of people he knows well to play with. I hope it works out for him. I won't say I don't see how this could fail. That would be a bad say or a bad thing to say or a jinx. But I think this will go well for him. I really do. So let's see how it does. I don't know. The fact that he was the Carabao Cup goalkeeper was already a sign that it was going to go to shit. The second sign is that he can't save a thing. The fact that Onana, from a Champions League finalist, is now a Carabao Cup goalkeeper and a backup to Bayindir, that's a bad sign. That's all I'm going to say. I don't blame you. You already took a giant L today. So, hey, the good news is losing to Miami isn't as embarrassing as United losing to Grimsby Town. It could be worse. Even if, hey, just look at it like this. Even if Orlando loses, it's not going to be embarrassing unless they get, 5-0? Could be worse. Much worse. Could be worse. Much worse. Because they're a League Two club that beat the amazing Man United, or the giant Man United. Even though that's not hard to do, it's still a cup set. It's still also on their ground. They did blow a 2-0 lead. They ended up winning on penalties, but let's not forget they blew a 2-0 lead. But hey, go ahead, I guess. Mount Pleasant 1-0 Mocha. Well, that's something. You okay, BKL? Your boys went down, eh? Aye. Game will start very soon after this commercial break. I wonder when Man United get rid of Amorim. If I'm the board, I literally send Onana to the Saudi Premier League and sack Ruben. Yeah, exactly. Like, Ruben Amorim is a fraud. But then again, at this point, does it matter who your manager is if you're Man United? The team sucks. The board sucks. The owners suck. Apple TV only. This game isn't even on TUDNA. Because Manchester United is legitimately dead. Like, the board sucks. The manager sucks. The owners suck. I say owners because not just the Glazers. Turns out Ratcliffe sucks too. I mean, you know what? I kind of sympathize with Manchester United. My club is the same way, except Manchester United doesn't have somebody in their ranks who would save them from their own bullshit. They don't have a pirate, so to speak. who would save them from their own bullshit. They just would make the right decision. No, they're totally screwed. There's a difference. They're totally screwed. They're totally screwed. There is nobody to come save Man United. But I do sympathize. Toronto FC is similar. They had an amazing era. Well, more like they had their Busby era. Let's put it like that. There's only really two good eras of United. The Busby Babes and Sir Alex. They were shit in between. They had their savior. He's gone. Let me put it like that. Actually, United had their savior. They had their pirate. More like they had their whiskey nose. But either way, they had their savior. He's gone. You won't find anything of the like ever again. Here's the coin toss. Point is, Walter Lopez, the center ref of this game. Point is, actually, Toronto has not had their Sir Alex era yet. So after their savior's gone, they're screwed again. But I didn't say. Either way, Armando Villarreal, the VAR official. But then again, when there's only one person who could save your ass and make you good again, that's your savior. You're screwed. Oh, they actually have Mascherano in a press box tonight. Good. Point is, there's only two United managers who've ever had any success. Matt Busby and Sir Alex. That's it. Nobody. The closest was Jose Mourinho, but they fired him because Jose's toxic. Even though it's funny. It's funny, you know? Jose Mourinho had Man United the closest to getting back to where they should be. But what happened? They were like, oh, he's toxic. I still think they screwed over Ralph Rangnick, but you know what? Maybe he should be glad. Maybe Ralph should be glad he got screwed over, you know? Maybe he should be glad. People still love him over there to a certain extent. You know? Like, I think Man United fans still look at him positively, because they did, I would believe. Overall, I think they did look at him positively. And now he's coaching Austria, and he's doing well on that side of things. So you know what? Maybe he should be glad he got screwed. Erik ten Hag sucked. Ruud van Nistelrooy, if he stayed, oh Lord, how bad would that have been? People would be like, we should have kept Ruud. No, look at what happened at Leicester. You're lucky you didn't keep him. He's unlucky that he did get pushed out. Amarim's a fraud. Ollie's a good dude. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a good dude. He's no manager. He's not a good manager. He doesn't have that, what's the word? He doesn't have that business side of him, so to speak. Here comes Miami. DePaul. Cross in. That'll be cleared by Orlando. Money. Manchester United, well, they still pay some good salaries. And these players probably grew up, or they did grow up during the era of Man United won everything. They still can't change their view until they're in it. They think they can be the one to save them, but no, they can't. I guess trying to get the money while you're also fulfilling a childhood dream when that childhood dream is dead and you can't bring it back. But that's some about that, I guess. Ooh. Federer, Roger Federer. Bianca Andreescu, the Canadian. She really is fallen off since she won that U.S. Open, but okay. Growing up, cleared away. That's out. Yeah, I'll just talk about. I mean, Federer's retired, but still, Roger Federer. Alcaraz, he's a tennis player, yeah. Alcaraz is good. Carlos Alcaraz is good. Out of players who are more current, he's good. Conor McGuire, FC. My Apple's working. My Apple TV's working just fine. Of course, Maximin saved America's ass. Well, at least you finally got him. Yeah, on the men's side of tennis, I guess, yeah, Carlos Alcaraz. He's pretty good. John McEnroe. I'm not old enough to be a John McEnroe fan. I'm not that old. 5 minutes in. But just like gymnastics, I'm a tennis fan because my mom played tennis when she was growing up. So do that what you will. Just like she was a gymnast growing up. And that's either way. So I'm a fan of gymnastics. So mostly during Olympic years. I mean, I've watched other gymnastics meets, like U.S. trials and all that, but mostly I do watch tennis besides the Olympics. But when it comes to like gymnastics, it's kind of hard to watch it outside the Olympics, which is crazy because swimming, it's easy to watch swimming besides the Olympics. I love watching swimming, of course. No. I don't. Garnacho, I don't know if I want him, honestly. Especially after how Esteval's been playing or how he played against West Ham. We don't need Garnacho. We don't need him. We don't. We have the depth already, and Esteval is damn good. Like, that, like, it's kind of crazy, though, you know? Playing forward. Seven minutes in. You know, where was I? Yeah, no, I don't want Garnacho. Like, Esteval is just that dude. Here's a shot saved by Ustadi. Cross rolls to his hands. Speaking of, let's check the other CONCACAF scores. Plaza Amador leads Alianza. Let's go. Alajuelense, if that holds, would advance with a draw. If their score and the Plaza Amador win holds, they would advance with a draw. $12 points for Plaza Amador. Who would have even thought? Plaza Amador is for real. I won't even lie. They're for real. And Orlando, DePaul gets it cleared. Lujan. Fry gets onto it. Ian Fry, but he loses it. 0-0, settle is settle. Angulo. Playing forward. DePaul. Shot. Wide. Man, he tried. Good thought process. Didn't exactly pan out. Yep. Yeah, Palmer's Chelsea's best player, but, well, for now. I mean, João Pedro, sure, soon will be. But Esteval, he played well against West Ham. Like, Esteval's that dude, is all I'm saying. Playing forward, saved. Like, Esteval is that good already. Like, I'm honestly, I didn't realize he'd be that good already. Like, Esteval's got it, is all I'm saying. But, man, Esteval, that kid's talented, which I didn't question that, but I never questioned the fact that Esteval was talented, but dude, that quick already? Huh. Muriel, that goes wide. Wait, are you telling me that FSU quarterback? No, there's no way. Hold on. Devin Travis. Wow, okay. Well, here's something I just found out that is something. Remember the Blue Jays player, Devin Travis, 2015, second baseman, until he got hurt? Header. Yeah, here's something I didn't know that I probably should have, but Devin Travis is the brother of Jordan Travis, the Florida State quarterback who led them to that 13-0 season. They're brothers. I didn't know this till now. I just saw a post of Jordan Travis having a podcast with Devin. And I saw the post on Instagram because I follow Devo, right? Because of 2015. And I was like, there's no way they're brothers. And I look it up, and sure enough, they're brothers. Sure enough, they are. Okay. I didn't even know this when FSU was good in 2023. Yeah, 2023, 24. I had no idea. Nobody told me. Nobody told me they were related. I knew I wanted FSU to get that playoff spot. I knew there was more to it than just they deserved it. Shit. It's like my gut was telling me. Weird. Well, that's some small world. Small world. 12th minute. Speaking of, how are the Blue Jays doing today? I know they hit a home run. Blue Jays are losing 8-5. You've got to be kidding me. 13th minute. Yeah, I know. I just saw. Let me guess. Who's pitching? Oh, Lauer allowed 6 earned runs. We tied it up. 6. We had a 1-run deficit going into the 5th and then gave up 2 more runs. Lord. 14th minute, over the top. The Minnesota Twins. Jimenez. What just happened? Fourteenth minute. Fourteenth minute. Fourteenth minute, 0-0, settle. Tie game between both sides. Orlando's done okay. Miami's held on, at the very least. Over the top. Of course, if it's tied after 90, we go straight to penalties. Ojeda plays over the top. Freeman, good steal by Alba. Good steal. DePaul, Messi. Messi plays it forward. Advancement through the run of play. Messi, ooh, good run. Perfect timing. Goes down. Stoppage of play. And Suarez gets kicked in the mouth or neck region. Guess that's a free kick for Miami. CONCACAF halftime scores. Let's see. 0-0 between Alajuelense Antigua. 0-1 between Mount Pleasant and Mocha. Plaza Amador 1-0 over Alianza, which means when it comes to the Group A standings of the Central American Cup, well, we're just looking at the Central American Cup times. Come on, Suarez. Group A, Plaza Amador, 12 points, 4 wins, top of the table. Alajuelense, 7 points with a draw, second place. Antigua, 5 points. Alianza, 4 points. Managua, 0. So it would be Amador and Alajuelense who would advance if this holds for the second half. And referees probably going to go to VAR. Caribbean Cup-wise, it's only one game, but let's look at the standings. Mount Pleasant, 6 points. They played their second match. Robin Hood only has 1 point. After 2, O&M's played 1. This is their bye week. Mocha's playing their first match, and they're down, and they're at 0 points. Of course, Cibao has 6 points after beating Weymouth Wales. Defense Force off this week. Juventus de Gais and Cavalier play tomorrow, which will be live for that one. So Group A will have its week over with. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. And player down, that's a yellow card. Yeah. You had a bad night. Of course. Yeah. Understandable, though. I mean, Suarez loves the dark arts. Looking forward to FC 26. Eighteenth minute, 0-0. Yeah, I mean, I'll get FC 26, I would think. Playing forward. Spins. Suarez picks up the ball, but that'll be a free kick the other way. Atuesta gets a yellow. Suarez being Suarez, that's what. Lol. Man, this referee's starting to throw cards out like they're candy. Like they're Halloween candy. I mean, okay, that was definitely card worthy, but I mean, he did go through the back of him. Baltazar Rodriguez. Atuesta went through Baltazar through the back of him, so understandable, I guess, but it's starting to get a bit chippy. It's living up to a derby, I'll tell you that. During the semifinals, it's living up to it. It's living up to a derby in the semifinals. Free kick for DePaul. Plays it short. Plays it right back to DePaul. Messi plays it back. Messi, top of the box. That's blocked. And Ojeda can run. Nope, it's going to get cleared back to Ustadi. Almost a disaster. How we doing, Henry? Welcome back. '20th minute. Glad to see you. This is about to get crazy. Araujo got spun out by Rodriguez. 20th minute. I guess he's pissed off about just getting slid through his legs. Yeah, I've played it a little bit. I wonder if I know I had blitzed the league. Do I still have it? Playing forward. Ooh. But yeah, I've played it before. I had blitzed the league. It was interesting. Which I think they made that after red for some reason. There was no red card. Maybe they thought it should have been a red card, but playing forward. Excuse me. '22nd minute. Oh, that goes through. Miami will lose at a baseball stadium next month. Are you sure about that? Corner for DePaul and Miami. So they called a deflection, but it hit somebody's hands. Falcon. Like, if the deflection is hitting a dude's hands, whatever, fine. Miami already got 2 penalties last week. There's no way they're getting one that easily. They're going to have to – somebody's going to have to get killed for Miami to get a penalty tonight after getting 2 penalties last week. That easily. Angulo, shot! Wide! He puts it wide! Ivan Angulo! Oh my God, he had that. He had Miami dead to rights, and he puts it wide. No way. Yep, Alawalense 0-0. Plaza Amador 1-0 over Alianza. Mocha 0-1. Mount Pleasant half times. Yep. Wow. If they lose, that's a hat flick. I'm sorry. Wait, nope, it can't be. I'm not making a review for this video. Either way, so, well, yeah, I guess so then. Hat flick for you. What are you doing, man? Well, unless I made a hat flick series of the worst mistakes of the week. Either way, dude, what are you doing? How are you going to have a team dead to rights and just go wide? Like that, there was no reason that should have went wide from the angle he was at. Wow. I didn't jinx anything. I was just saying I'm not reviewing this game. Like as in, I'm going live for the next game as soon as this is over. So I can't do the hat flick if Miami wins. Save by Gallese. 24th minute. .25th minute. Like, that was bad. Playing forward. Foul, free kick for Orlando. This referee's about to lose control of this game. Seriously. Like, this is about to go off the rails. Okay. Like, this game's about to go off the rails. Let's be real. This game's about to go off the rails. So badly. This referee has no idea. This referee has zero idea. Somebody's going to end up down a man, too. I swear. Oh, Lord. That's tough. Liga MX. I'm going to lead towards Liga MX. Pro referees suck completely. At least Liga MX doesn't take their best referee out of the pool. They let their best referee ref matches. Pro referees took Ishmael Elfath out of the pool, more or less. He barely refs matches anymore in MLS. Or CONCACAF, for that matter, now. I think he's been doing a couple of VAR calls for Leagues Cup, but other than that, Elfath has barely called a CONCACAF match for a while, really, in general. At least Katia Garcia, she still referees matches in Mexico. Their best referee. She legitimately is Mexico's best referee. That's just facts, by the way. That's just facts, by the way, just to be clear. Katia Garcia is Mexico's best referee. Probably one of the best referees in CONCACAF as well. But at least she gets to ref matches. They haven't just like shit canned her because she's so good compared to everybody else, like Pro did Elfath. Like iced him because he was so much better than everybody else. So Liga MX just because at least they let their best referee ref matches. And they're not afraid to let her outshine everybody else. So pretty much, you're comparing Elfath to Katia Garcia, really. And since one barely referees anymore, at least in CONCACAF, I mean, I'm not taking a shot at him. I mean, hey, if he wants to referee in Saudi Arabia, get that bag, more power to him. If that's what it is. Playing forward. Who's the best ref in MLB? Best umpire? Well, at least Angel Hernandez isn't there anymore. So, they're all about the same. The bad ones are gone. That's what matters. Who's the ref right now for this game? It is. They don't show it after they start the match. What are we doing? I think it's a Central American ref. Playing forward. Over the top. Goes down the box. No penalty. Miami, you thought you'd get one. No. Actually, it's funny. If you look at the numbers, Miami barely gets penalties. At least in MLS. I'm happy for Travis and Taylor. I'm happy for them. I'm happy to see them get engaged. I'm happy to see them end up getting married. I knew it would be endgame. I'm glad it is. They did it where it wouldn't be an absolute sideshow, at least the engagement. Shot wide. Suarez tried from the angle, but I'm happy for him. Now, if there's Super Bowl repeats for the Chiefs till he retires, well, hell no. Worst comes to worst, that'd be back-to-back, right? Either way. Nil-nil, settles. Orlando takes it forward. Playing forward. Like, why are we acting like Walter Lopez is the ref? Exactly. Yep. Playing forward. Fry loses the ball, but Messi picks it up. Messi! Is he fouled? I guess he is. 32nd minute. Jeff Nelson, he's a okay umpire, yeah. Apple TV, that's it, as always. Angulo. I think we know why these games aren't on Fox Sports. Saved. They were preparing for the fact that they might not be able to be seen, well, on YouTube TV. 33rd minute. I haven't heard anything about Fox Sports being taken down on YouTube TV, so I guess either they came to a short-term agreement. I haven't checked since the time that it was supposed to. Short-term extension in dispute with Fox. There we go. Well, there you go. They got to a short-term extension. How long is that supposed to be? Not immediately clear how long the extension would be, so they did extend. I have Netflix. Yeah. Is it worth it? I mean, if you like professional wrestling, at least they have Monday Night Raw, depending on what country you're in. You could have more. If you like Formula One, there's Drive to Survive. There's some good comedy specials on there. There's good food shows on there. Yeah, I mean, it's worth it if there's things you like on there. There's some movies that, yeah. WWE Unreal, which I have not watched yet at all. I know I can. I mean, I binge watched Drive to Survive within like 2 months. So, you know, do with that what you will. Oh, Jordy Mihailovic threw the first pitch at the Blue Jays game tonight. Cool. 35th minute. Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, I mean, you should. I might even watch that fight. If the fight, well, if Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was free on Netflix, as long as you got the subscription. Hell, I might watch the Canelo fight. I think I'm off that night. I don't think, and is it a Friday? I don't think John Cena's on SmackDown that night, but even then, normally a boxing main event's like 11 o'clock anyway, so I might watch it too, just because. I like boxing, as you know, and UFC. I know the song Informer by Snow, who is Canadian, by the way. The song that got parodied by Jim Carrey on In Living Color, who's also from Canada. I do know that. How about, did you know Jim Carrey was from Canada? Did you know Jim Carrey was Canadian? I feel like it would happen. I want to see it for how much of a shit show it might be. And also, it's going to be free on Paramount Plus because, you know, all the UFC shows are going to be free on Paramount Plus next year. So, you know what? Sure. Brought down Angulo, foul the other way. Fire Marshal Bill. Playing forward. Messi. Chipped over the top. Brought down to Paul. Blocked out for a corner. 38th minute. Of course. Because he has to be on a team to get called up, says Vasco. Cross in. Header. 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's too damn early. It's the 13th. It's a Saturday. It's a 3:30. It's international break, right? Pulling some views with this one. We've been saying this for like 3 years now. "39th minute. At least Tank Davis versus Jake Paul is, well, Tank's actually a real boxer who's in his prime. At least. At least. He'll still lose, though, because reasons. He'll take a dive because reasons. I want Floyd versus Jake Paul. Screw it. I want Floyd Mayweather versus Jake Paul. Real fight, by the way. I want Floyd versus Jake Paul. So 4 o'clock will be the third place match for the Leagues Cup. 6:55 will be the final. Okay, that works perfectly. All right. Yeah. Okay. Alajuelense 0-0. Antigua. Jim Carrey. "41st minute. Playing forward. Plus Amador 1-0 Antigua. Or Alianza, we know. Yep. Well, for the MLS Cup final. Damn. You know what? Portland versus... It ain't going to be Miami. It ain't going to be Columbus. I'm going to go with ball crossed in, actually. I don't know why, but I shot for Falcon, saved. I actually trust Cincinnati. Miami, I don't know if I trust them to make the final. Like, they should make it, but I don't know if I trust them. I think Portland's going to make the final. I have a hunch. Either them or Vancouver. It's way too damn open. San Diego, I don't think they're going to make it. I think they're going to go full St. Louis. They're cooling down way too much. They're going to maybe not first round exit, but by the conference quarters or conference semis, they're going to be eliminated. Just because I feel like they're going to go full St. Louis. Good start, not good enough of a finish. Portland or Vancouver, one or the other, versus Miami or Cincinnati. Who's a dark horse to win MLS Cup? If it is a dark horse, I guess it would be San Diego or Columbus, because Columbus just doesn't have it right now. Like, Columbus is to kick it on heavily if they want to do it. So I will say San Diego or Columbus as we speak as dark horses. They can make it if everything goes right, and if they turn it on and don't, for San Diego's case, they don't gas out, and Columbus's case, if they do completely turn it on and get back to their old selves. Minnesota also, yeah, good point. Good point. If Minnesota gets back to the really blazing form they were on. Yep. Best Canadian athlete of all time. Ooh. Christine Sinclair. It's got to be. Christine Sinclair. Has to be. Highest ever goal scorer. Record goal scorer, FIFA on either side, men's or women's. It's got to be Christine Sinclair. Has to be. Has to be. Because I don't trust them. Shot, goal! Miami scores. Pasalic 1-0 at the 1 minute of stoppage time. He takes the shot. Miami thinks it's offside. San Diego's a dark horse because I just don't trust them to actually completely win the West. They're like St. Louis. Yeah, they're first place the West. What happened when St. Louis was first place the West their expansion year? They absolutely blew it. Muriel plays it through. Oh, they think there was a handball on Pasalic when it hit his hand. It hit both his hands as the ball was there. 0-1, 0-1, Pasalic, but the ball did hit his hand. Like before he set it down to take the shot. Let's see if they check it. Let's see if it stands. Pasalic with the goal. Mocha down a man. Red card for Sabella. Red card for Mocha. 64th minute. Yep, Sabella red card. Pasalic. The ball did hit his hand. And it wasn't just the one forearm. It hit his other hand as well. Hit both his hands. Hit both his hands. Like. And it stands. The goal will stand. 0-1, 0-1, Pasalic. Marco Pasalic scores. And Orlando has the lead. Right at the half. Not good for Miami. I'll tell you that right now. Goal. So Miami's got to find an answer. Had it within his body at least, yeah. At least the good news is for Miami, if they lose, they'll have a third place game to play. Playing forward. Will there be any extra minutes to play? Mount Pleasant 2-0. Yep. Shot over the bar. And it's 0-1, settle uno at the half. Orlando lead. Pasalic right at the death of the half. What happens with the second half? We're going to find out. Can Miami come back, at least send this to penalties? If not, have a 2-goal comeback the next 45 minutes. Orlando hasn't been dominant against Miami like they've been during their league matches, but this has been very close. Very close. So we'll see how the second half goes, but we'll have time to see what happens. 45 minutes to decide who out of the East will go to the final of the Leagues Cup. And Orlando, I don't think, has any chance at all to host the final. Unless they go by seedings, which I guess they do. I don't know. Yep. With that being said, we'll sit tight, be back. Stats at the half. Short break. 0-1, settle uno. We're back for the stats at the half. We have 51% possession to 49% possession, 5 shots to 8, 2 shots on goal to 4. We have 2 fouls to 7, 234 accurate passes, 89% pass accuracy to 233, 92% pass accuracy, 3 corners to 3, 5 shots to 8, 2 shots on goal to 4. We have 264 passes, 252, 89% pass accuracy to 92. We have 3 throws to 2. We have 9 touches opposition box to 11, 1 offside to 1, 0 yellows to 2, 0 red cards to 0. We have 0-1. 0-1 middle tiempo. With that being said, I think it's been a tight game. Orlando, they have the lead. They finally put away their chance that they could put away. Miami is struggling a little bit. Orlando is showing them levels once again. Not as dominant as they were the past couple of games they played against each other, but hasn't been a Messi, Alba, Suarez, DePaul masterclass yet. It has not been. We still have a chance for it to become that with these last 45 minutes, but will Miami make an answer? That's the question now. MLS-wise, no, I don't. Let's see. Well, of course, 96, but besides 96, besides DC United, Chicago Fire, wait. I think when Chicago did, that was their inaugural season, actually. Wait, Chicago Fire? I think they did, actually. Other than that, no. Other than Chicago and DC, which DC, does that really count? If that's their first, the whole league's first season, does it really count? Chicago, actually, my bad. Yeah, no, DC and Chicago. But other than that, I don't think so, no. Like won the cup? No. Top of their conference? St. Louis did that. San Diego is doing that as we speak, but no cup winners. Is that Monaco? Huh. With that being said, no, Chicago did. If I remember correctly. Fire did. So Washington, which doesn't really count. DC United, which that doesn't really count in my book. I don't think that counts. Man, look at all these old goals they're using for this Continental Tire ad. Or whatever ad it is. Oh, now we're getting to more recent times. DC got 4. I'm talking their first season. Like, they won the inaugural season of the league. Chicago won in their first season, but other than that. Second half starts soon. Second half soon. 0-1, 0-1. Let's look at the other scores. We're at 75 minutes out of Walense, 0-0. 2-0 for Mount Pleasant, 1-0 for Plaza Amador, 75, 75, 77. Mascherano overrated at Miami. Joke's on you. He ain't even coaching this match. Joke's on you. He ain't even coaching this match. Second half, here we go. AL East race getting tight. Yep, thanks to the Blue Jays starting to choke a little bit. Well, we're 2 runs down, I should say. We still have time. It's top of the 8th. The Blue Jays could still come back. Top of the 8th. 2 outs, none on. We'll have 2 at bats at the very least, or 6 at bats. We have 6 outs to play with to get 2 runs. I mean, we still can win this game. It's not the easiest, but you know. Second half, here we go. Who scores the next goal? I say Messi. I say Messi. I say Messi. He scores. I say Orlando. I say Miami ties this game up. I don't know how late, and I don't know how if they're going to keep the lead, take the lead, but second half soon. Second, here we go. Yeah, Raptors are playing in Vancouver during preseason. Here we go, second half. LA Galaxy hosting the Sounders. The thing that sucks about that is Seattle hosts the final if they make the final, or the third place match if they host the third place match. Does it make sense? Sort of. Here we go. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think he did. Didn't he try to trade Kromashki? Didn't he try to trade him too? And then he didn't, but he tried. Yeah, Mascherano might be an idiot. And we're off. He might be an idiot. Playing forward, Miami. Oh, what a ball loss there. 45th minute. I could have sworn there was news that he tried to trade him as well. Like what, to Charlotte or something? Playing forward. .47th minute. When will Spicer come on? I'm not sure. If they're leading, I think he should come on by the 60th minute. But Canada will play Paraguay in North America during the November window. Reports. United States and Canada in November in North America will be confirmed shortly. Paraguay will play Canada in Toronto in November. Playing forward. .47th minute. Copenhagen interested in signing Marcel Ruiz. That's interesting. .47th minute, Miami playing forward. I think. Let me check again, but I think Trinidad Curacao. I think that's one I was looking at. Yeah, but let me check again. Playing forward, foul. Yellow card for Rodriguez goes down. I mean, he did get bodied by Schlegel. That's not a foul. At least on Rodriguez. That's a free kick for Miami. Schlegel just stood up there and just blocked him from running. Like, yeah, that's a free kick for Miami. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. That's Messi's doing. Not Tata or Mascherano. That's Messi's doing. It might still be a thing when Messi leaves, though. Because, let's be real, young Argentinian players will gladly play on the team Messi played for, even after he leaves. So, we'll see. The bad news is this angle for this free kick is absolutely horrible if you're a Miami fan. Good news is Messi's the one delivering it, so could definitely go their way still. If anybody could put enough finesse on it to pop it in, that would be Messi, or at least get it up for a header. Cross through, cleared away. I guess he didn't put enough finesse on it. Headed away. Pasalic. Suarez can pick it up. Throw in for Miami. Alba loses it, but Miami keeps it alive. Busquets. A little bit of intricate passing. Rodriguez switches the play. A hit Ojeda before it got to Messi. Miami steals it. Rodriguez. He's actually had a pretty good game, though. He's got a motor. He's got a good motor. Playing forward. Shot saved by Yepez. Suarez takes the shot. Yepez makes the save. "52nd minute. Bright. But I will say, I think there's very rare amounts of players that Mascherano likes playing that aren't South American. Goes down in the box. No foul. Cleared away. Miami's begging for a penalty. They're absolutely begging for one. At least they got up and tried to play since. Free kick for, let's see. Bright goes down. He's onside. Bright in the box, passes it. I mean, he got pushed over. I don't know, man. I don't know if I like that call. 53rd minute. He did get pushed. I feel like that should be checked, but that's a throw-in. Miami ain't getting the third penalty in 3 matches. It wouldn't happen. So I'd have been shocked if they did, but I feel like that was actually a good one. Random player take Robin Lod. Robin Lod, solid player. Always has been for Minnesota. One of their cornerstones. He's a damn solid player. Nothing special, but he does his damn job. You want that. Good defensively. Good head on his shoulders. Playing forward, Miami. Fry. Fry still running. Blocked. Corner. I don't know. I think Canada has a pretty strong roster, but I guess seeing who fills out the bottom of the roster, which is kind of stupid. I think you barely know who your main roster is for both sides. Like, it's been that much of a shit show. And now you're just wasting more time with players who probably won't be starters. Like, it's good to give people chances, but you kind of missed the opportunity. What a save. What a clearance, I should say. Pasalic clears. I think they're wasting times. That's out for a throw for Miami. Playing forward. Name a better CONCACAF current defender better than Chris Richards. Better CONCACAF defender than Chris Richards. Ooh. Well, it depends on... Are we counting Edson Alvarez as the center back? I don't know if I can. If we're counting Edson as if we're not counting Edson as a center back, I don't think I can. Advantage played. If we're not counting Edson as a center back, I don't think I can. If we are, then Edson Alvarez. Playing forward. Depends on where you count him. Here's a chance. Miami blocked. Freeman can clear. Miami is desperate. Edson's a DM. But he can also play center back, is my point. So as I said, it depends where you put him. But if you consider him a defensive mid mainly, then Chris Richards. Nobody else is better than Chris Richards. I can't think of anybody. Edson's the only one who I could say is. Cross in. Oh. Oh. I just said Alphonso Davies is a defender. Yeah, but he's not a good defender, though. Like, he plays defensive back, but he's not a good defender. I won't even be that biased. But I just said, if it ain't Edson, it's Chris Richards. There's nobody better than Chris Richards. I think he meant center back, too, but either way. But no, Alfonso is not a good defender. Like, he may play left back, he can't defend. I don't care. He can't defend. He shouldn't be playing left back. Not for Canada. He should be playing on the wing. I've said that for a while, though. And he's also injured, so Alfonso ain't no damn defender. Like, he might be a defender by the fact he plays defense, but he ain't a good defender. He ain't good at playing defense. He might be put in defensive spot. He cannot play defense. His speed saves his ass a lot. And he's good offensively. And it's 1-0 for Alajuelense, 2-0 for Mount Pleasant, full time 1-0 Plaza Amador, which means Plaza Amador wins the group and Alajuelense second on 9 points, which helps their standings for their draw. 58th minute. That's out. Oh. Free kick the other way, I presume. Yeah, he plays for Jamaica, so he counts, but Chris Richards. Throw in. Sounds like Trent. I mean, yeah, Davies is kind of Trent. Except I'd rather play him on the wing than midfield. 60th minute. Plaza wins Group A. Alajuelense is runner-up. Yep. Hasn't been full-time called yet for either of the other two games. Here's a chance. Messi still through. Messi still tried, but advantage cleared away by Freeman. Cesar Montes is still better playing forward. 61st minute. Chipped over the top. Be a goal kick for Gaese, 62nd minute. Miami is struggling to find an answer. Out to West is off for Gerbit. '62nd minute. Can Miami find an answer? Free kick for Miami. They're putting on Allende. Allende is going to come on for Miami. Never been shut out in Leagues Cup, Miami. 15 matches all time. Playing forward. They still scored against Columbus? Oh, okay. 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 7. Yeah. 63rd minute. Is Man U going to get a few new players after today's loss? Depends. They should, but I don't know if they will. 2-0 full-time for Mount Pleasant. Yep. And full-time 1-0 Alajuelense. Playing forward. Group D will finish from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, but Amador first place, Alajuelense second place, Antigua eliminated third, Alianza fourth, both 4 points, but -1 goal differential for Alianza, 0 points for Managua. Group B finishes tomorrow. We will be covering the Sporting San Miguelito Real España game. Real España could still advance from the group. If they win and Herediano beats Municipal, well, draws Municipal, Well, if Real España wins and Herediano beats Municipal, Real España could advance if they get enough goal differential to advance. They could still advance. Take a lot, but they still could. 65th minute. Doing the Seattle game. '65th minute. But we'll talk about Group D. Olympia and Shelahu playing each other. That's the one that matters. Aguila Esteli does not matter. Well, Aguila does. If Aguila wins and Olympia loses to Shelahu, there's a possibility, even though the goal differential for Olympia is so high, that Aguila could still advance. Depends on how big the ass kicking is on either side. But Olympia should advance, but as long as they draw, no worries. If they win, no worries. Those games have started, by the way. Playing forward, Orlando, Lujan. Ooh. 66th minute. Playing forward. Over the top. Allende plays it back to Alba. Switch the play. He does. Messi. Freeman heads it away. Suarez doesn't get there. 67th minute. What streams do you have? We have Seattle, LA Galaxy, Seattle. Once this is over, pretty much as soon as this is over, we jump onto that. Tomorrow I'll be live for Cavalier versus Juventus de Gais. And then later tomorrow night, I'll be live for the Real España versus Sporting San Miguelito match, while also paying attention to the other match of Group B to finish out the group stage of CONCACAF Central American Cup. Plaza Amador is making me speechless. Yeah, they're actually for real. 68th minute. Throw in, 69th minute. Playing forward. Goes down. Free kick for Miami in Messi's area. Yellow card, 0-1, 0-1. Miami needs to find an answer and quick. And they would still have a chance. If they scored this free kick, they'd still have a chance to find the winning goal. Hell, Orlando would too. 70th minute, free kick for Miami. Free kick over the bar. Messi misses it. Goal kick. '70th minute. Miami pissed away a good chance there. How you going to score a free kick against Porto to a similar area, but can't do it against Orlando? Okay. Agende. Like, that's just something. Horrible giveaway by Miami. 71st minute. '71st minute. I have no idea. That'd be a free kick the other way. I have. Segovia. I'm just focusing on the game. Luanov for Segovia. Yeah, they're desperate. They're desperate. Playing forward. '73rd minute. Free kick for Orlando. Nil 1. 0-1. '73rd minute. Playing forward, Miami. Time is running out for him to find an answer. Playing forward. Alba. Cross in. Header saved by Gallese. Penalty. Penalty para Miami. Wow. Penalty for Miami. I don't even know how they. Nah, man. Explain to me how. Nah, that's a red card. A red card. Wait, was there a red card for who? Orlando is down a man. And if that was a second yellow, it doesn't matter if this comes back. Hold on. They're onside. Agende got pushed over by Brecalo. He's onside. He heads the ball. It doesn't hit his hand. I don't think it does, at least. He gets pushed over. Brecalo gets a second yellow. He's subbed. He's out. Whether this is a penalty or not, there is no way that yellow card can be rescinded. There's no way. Even if this isn't a penalty, even if this gets reversed, there's no way the yellow card can be reversed. So whether this is a penalty or not, Miami will be playing up a man for the rest of this game. And Messi is going to take the penalty. Wait, Messi's taking the penalty? He barely does this for Miami. He's been giving them to Suarez. I guess he feels like this is a big one. He feels like this is one that needs to be taken by him. Messi versus Yeezus. 76th minute. Will ball not lie? Brecalo is off. So one of their defenders is off as well. Messi to take the penalty and tie this game up. Orlando's in trouble. 77th minute. Messi versus Yeezus. Will Messi take this back to a tie game, or will ball not lie? Messi! Goal! 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 Goal de Miami! Uno! Messi 1-1 scores. Panenka's into the side of the goal. It's 1-1. 1-1. Oh. Guess you were right. There you go. Orlando's in trouble. He did get his shirt pulled. No, Messi just puts it to the side of the net. But Yeezus went the right way. He went the right way, just not far enough. Messi ties the game up, and Miami's up a man for the last 15 minutes. This is going to be something to watch. Or the last 13 minutes plus stoppage time. Miami is up a man. Miami been desperate. Let's see if they just try to get the winner instead of go for the shootout. At least right now, they would go to a shootout if this stands. That's a free kick for Miami. Or Orlando, I should say. Winvo, are you okay? Well, it can't be worse than Grimsby, can it? It can't be worse for him, right? Playing forward, Miami Allende. '79th minute. Bright plays forward. Tied after 90, we go to penalties. But I don't know if we will be going to penalties with the way this game's going. Miami is going to have a chance to very much shut the damn door. Brought down. Free kick the other way. Yep. I would agree with that. 79th minute. 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Yellow card for Suarez. Just shut up and not get suspended. For Suarez, shut up and not get suspended. Do you think that was a pen that Busquets fouled? No. Ramiro Enrique is on for Miami, or Orlando, I should say. Luis Muriel is off. Adrian Marine is on for Pasalic. It's 80th minute. Playing forward, Segovia. Commentators don't know a thing. I'm surprised Twelman won against Miami as well. Either way, Alba playing forward. Miami, here's a chance. Takes a bounce, ball crossed in. That'll be out for a goal kick. 81st minute. The Blue Jays won. Oh, my God. The Blue Jays came back to win. 9-8. Let's go. The Blue Jays came back to win. You love to see it. Let's go. Team of Destiny, baby. Let's go. Never in doubt. Let's go, Blue Jays. Let's go, Blue Jays. 9-8 Toronto. They win the series. I never doubted them for a second. Oh, man, I love these Blue Jays. They scored 3 runs the bottom of the 8th, and Hoffman shut the door. I never doubted you, Jeff Hoffman. I never doubted you for once. I never doubted you for once. 9-8 Toronto Blue Jays. Now let's go take a series from the Milwaukee Brewers. Free kick. No, advantage played. DePaul. Dude, he was all over him. There's no way that's a free kick. They haven't had the season they have for nothing. And if the Athletics beat the Tigers, the Blue Jays will have the best record in the American League once again. So you know what? Let's go Oakland. I mean, Las Vegas. I mean, Sacramento. Let's go Athletics. Do it for Ricky Henderson, who also played for the Toronto Blue Jays when they won a World Series. Do it for Ricky. I bet you don't remember that one. I bet you don't remember Ricky was a Blue Jay, but he was. I bet you don't remember Ricky was a Blue Jay, but he was. Header over the bar. Foul for who? Allende gets headed. Yeah, the A's are pretty solid this year. I mean, not good, but they can compete. I mean, Gallese punched him in the head. So, 84th minute. Look. '85th minute. Goal kick for Gallese, so no foul there. Just a goal kick. Headed backwards. What are you doing, Falcon? Ustadi picks it. What was he doing? That was dumb. That was dumb. No, that was dumb. Playing forward. DePaul, top of the box. Suarez, in through. Goal kick. Segovia let that one go. '86th minute. Playing forward. Alba plays forward. Suarez loses it, but he keeps it alive. He dummied it a little bit, but okay, we'll live with that. 86th minute. Top of the box, DePaul to Alba. Shot off the post. Miami's getting close. And Gallese hurt his elbow. Gallese's holding his elbow. '87th minute. He got up pretty quickly, though. I'm doing good. We'll get one for the second. We'll get a Coca-Cola for the second game. Well, I mean, Kansas City has Cristiano's discovery rights. If you go by the rumors before Al Nasser, so Kansas City, I'm sure a team who actually he would want to play for would trade for his rights before then, though. I could see Galaxy. Galaxy, probably. Or New York City, so they could have Messi versus Cristiano. They wouldn't put him on Orlando. Oh, you know what? Maybe they would. Chip over the top. Header. In through. Messi! Shot! Goal! 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 Messi! 2-1! 2-1! Oh my Lord, what a finish! And Messi takes the lead for Miami. What a run! 2-1! 2-1! Messi! Hero! Now can Miami hold on for the rest of the minutes? Miami might just make the Leagues Cup final for the second time in 3 years. And they might host it depending on what happens in LA. Carson, within the next couple of hours. Messi. Gallese was in no man's land. Messi receives the pass. There ain't nothing you could do. Lionel Messi. Ain't nothing you could do. Showing that 86 overall. He should be more than that. Messi should still be more than 86 overall. At least a 90. '89th minute, 2-1, 2-1. Speaking of scores, it is still 0-0 in both Group D matches of the Central American Cup. So as it stands, Olympia would still advance, and Xelajú would still advance as it stands. 90th minute. Spicer. There's Tyrese Spicer. There he is at the 90th minute. What are we doing? Duncan McGuire as well. Spicer on for Orlando, for Araujo. They're going to put everything on this. And Duncan McGuire is back for Angulo. And we'll get the stoppage time. Is Winvo okay? I'm not sure. We'll find out. McGuire and Spicer are on. And we got 90 minutes. How much stoppage time? Orlando is still down a man. They're going to try to make this end up being a 2-1 or 2-2 game. But here comes Segovia. Segovia in through. Segovia with the winner, with the dagger. Talasco Segovia. 3-1. 3-1. It's over. That's the dagger. Talasco Segovia. Done. All over now. 3-1. 3-1. Miami to the final. Talasco Segovia wins the match. Well, puts the match away, I should say. Messi won the match. Segovia put it away, and there you go. Ooh. What a run for Segovia. And Suarez with the assist. Perfect positioning. Wow. 3-1 Miami. When it mattered the most, who got the job done? Miami. Orlando to third place. Miami to the final. The question is who's hosting? We're going to find out soon. Miami might have the chance to host the final if LA wins. By Leagues Cup standings, by Leagues Cup seeding, they would host. By the top 4 seeding, they would host LA. By the MLS Leagues Cup ranking, Miami would host the final if they play LA. If they play Seattle, Seattle hosts because they're the number 1 seed of the knockout stage. So if Seattle goes to third place, guess what? Seattle would host Orlando. If Seattle goes to the final, they'll host Miami. If it's Miami versus LA in the final, I would believe, if I'm not mistaken, either way, Miami would host LA Galaxy. So Miami will probably be pulling for the Galaxy. I know he's in the chat and he's pissed off. I know. 6 minutes of stoppage time. And we will quickly flip this game over. Spicer. No, Angulo. I guess that was the penalty or what they thought was possibly. I don't think so. I think that was barely outside the box as well. Free kick for Orlando. Can they get this back within 1? Is the roller coaster over yet? I'm guessing not. Who knows? Top of the box. 94th minute. It's 1-0 for Esteli over Aguila, but that means Olympia has a really much better chance of advancing. Shot blocked away. Shot wide. Goal kick for Ustadi. 94th minute. I wonder if this will go to 96 or 98. I wonder. But with that being said, let me playing forward Aviles. 2 more minutes to go. All right. There we go. All right, playing forward. One more minute. 3-1 Miami. Miami to the final is what we know right now. $30 seconds. Apple, I think it's just Apple TV, but I'm not sure. But it may be on Fox. I think it is on TUDNA, though. Real Esteli versus Aguila 1-0. I think it will be on TUDNA, though. It was 2023. I don't remember about last year. Throw in. 3-1 Miami. The last seconds to be played. And see if they blow the whistle. Segovia runs it through to Suarez. 96th minute. Let's see if that 2 minutes the goal happened in, if that gets added on to as well. Ball crossed in. Shot wide. Goal kick for Orlando. Don't tell me Ian Fry is hurt again. No way. Okay, it's just a cramp. Okay, I was worried. Yeah, I had to put one on for the next game. It's getting a bit tight. 96th minute. Let's see if they add on 2 more minutes from the 92nd. I guess they will. Spicer. Tyrese Spicer over the bar. And that should be it. Goal kick. Let's see if they call full time here. '97th minute. Olympia 1-0 over Shelahu. And it's full time. Full time. Miami 3-1 for Inter Miami. 3-1. Esta noche, Miami avanza de la final de la Leagues Cup. Miami 3-1. We'll deal with that later. With that being said, Miami advances. Orlando is out. 3-1 win for Inter Miami CF. And we have our first finalist, that being Miami, their second time in 3 years to go to the Leagues Cup final. LA Galaxy versus Seattle is next. With that being said, yep. If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once subscribed. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour. Not even within the hour. A couple of minutes for the second game. LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders will be up within minutes. Before kickoff for sure. Thanks to the 8 minutes. We'll be here for kickoff, don't worry. With that being said, Miami are through. Where will they play the final is the question. And where will Orlando City play the third place match? We're going to find out. But Miami are going back to the final to get their trophy back, maybe. With that being said, congratulations, Miami. Felicidades, Miami. Commiserations, Orlando. We move 2-0 Olympia as we speak. We'll talk about that later. Sit tight, be back. I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. See ya.